Saving a piece of military history in the heart of the metro. Developers and the state of Minnesota signing off on an agreement to transform the abandoned upper post at Fort Snelling into a large, affordable housing project. Paul Bloom live in our newsroom tonight. Paul, this project, years in the making.
Randy, some exciting stuff here. We are talking about 26 buildings spread across a 40-acre swath of Fort Snelling. The mission to save a piece of history while creating a much-needed asset, and that's affordable housing, particularly for our veterans and their families.
I'm beyond excited. I've been working for a long time for this day. So.
Larry Peterson is the project manager for the DNR's Fort Snelling Upper Post renovation efforts. $100 million plan to transform more than 24 abandoned, run-down buildings sitting right next to MSP Airport. Our cameras invited inside the historic Clock Tower building, where the windows are boarded up and the paint is peeling.
It was built in 1878. It was the headquarters of the Department of the Dakotas. North and South Dakota, before they became states, were governed out of this building.
No kidding.
Yeah, you bet.
This was the site of departure for thousands and thousands of Americans who fought in a number of wars, going back to the Spanish-American War, World War I, World War II. It was the last piece of Minnesota soil that a lot of soldiers saw.
Officials committed to maintaining the history here. The Department of Natural Resources on Wednesday formally signing an agreement with Dominium, an affordable housing developer and management company. Its task now to clean up the 40 acres and refurbish 26 buildings, turning a years-long vision into the Upper Post Flats, where veterans and their families are given preference. A nod to Fort Snelling's military past while building its future.
The ultimate goal, the buildings are beautiful. It's really just to restore them back to their original design, and in both the landscape, the buildings, revitalize them and get people living in them again for the next 100 years.
Officials explain there's still about a year's worth of work to line up financing and get the necessary construction plans approved. The hope actually to break ground next year with those old Fort Snelling buildings ultimately containing some 175 multi-bedroom units ready for tenants in 2021. Live in the newsroom tonight, Paul Bloom, Fox 9.